geometric sequence. So it is also called geometric progression. So if we say geometric sequence, it is a sequence in which each term is found by multiplying the preceding term by the same value. So if we compare geometric sequence to arithmetic sequence, for example, we have the same first term. So this is for arithmetic sequence and this is for geometric sequence. For example, we have the same first term, which is 2. For arithmetic sequence, we have common difference, and then we will use 2 as common difference. And for geometric sequence, we have common ratio, and we will also use 2 as its common ratio. So if the first term is 2, for arithmetic sequence, we just add 2. Every term. So 2 plus 2, so 4, and then 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, and then 10, and then 12, and so on. For geometric sequence, instead of addition, we use multiplication. That's why it is called a common ratio. But the right process is, the second term is divided by the second term. Kaya ratio ang tawag dyan. So, if we multiply 2 by 2, that is 4. And then 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. And 8 multiplied by 2 is 16. 16 is multiplied by 2 is 32. And so on. So, kung mapapansin nyo, for arithmetic sequence, nag-a-add. For geometric sequence, nag-multiply. So, it means, kung positive parehas ang common difference and common ratio, mas mabilis tumaas yung value or yung number or yung mga terms dito sa geometric sequence. Same din naman kung negative or kung fraction dito sa common ratio. So mas mabilis naman bumaba ang geometric sequence. So that is how we compare arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence. Next, how can we identify the nth term of a given geometric sequence? So we will use the formula a sub n is equal to a sub 1 multiplied by r raised to n minus 1. So for geometric sequence, that is the formula to find the nth term. So sa arithmetic sequence, kung meron tayong tinatawag na finite and infinite arithmetic sequence, sa geometric sequence, meron din tayong tinatawag na finite and infinite geometric sequence. So to find the given nth term, so again, we will use this formula. For example, and another idea about geometric sequence, Kanina, sabi ko kung positive or negative sa common difference. Sa common ratio, kung fraction, mabilis ang pagbaba. Pero kung negative ang value ng common ratio, so automatic ang sequence, papalit-palit ng sign. So from negative, positive, negative, positive, and so on. Like this example, so from negative 40, positive 20, then balik sa negative 10, positive 5. Kasi ang common ratio niya is negative. So, rules natin sa division, unlike sign, negative, like sign is positive. Kaya every time na nagkakaroon ng like sign, nagiging positive. So, every time na nagiging unlike sign sila, nagiging negative. So, magiging papalit-palit talaga yung sign. So in this example, we have to find the 11th term given the sequence negative 40, 20, negative 10, and 5. So based on the given sequence, we can identify the first term. So our first term is negative 40. Next, again, based on the based on the instruction, we have to find the 11th term. It means there are a total number of terms, which is 11. So we have 11 terms starting from negative 40. And can we identify the common ratio? Yes. So the common ratio is, so we can identify the common ratio based on the definition of geometric sequence na sinabi ko kanina. So we will just divide R is equal to A sub 2 over A sub 1. So we just divide the given term, the next term by the given term. So dito, yung 20 or A sub 2 will be divided by the given term, which is negative 40. And then the answer is, if we simplify 20 over negative 40 is negative 1/2. Aside from A sub 2 over A sub 1, we can also use A sub 3. Yun nga lang, ang denominator niya, yung nauna kay A sub 3, which is A sub 2. So, if we use this, negative 10 over 20. So, we will come up with the same ratio, negative 1/2. Kaya nga tayo meron tinatawag na common ratio, kasi yung pagitan, or we have a multiplier na negative 1/2. So, if we use A sub 4 naman, which is 5. So, yung denominator niya should be yung nauna kay A sub 4, which is A sub 3. So, ang A sub 4 natin is 5, and A sub 3 natin is negative 10. And again, the ratio is negative 1/2. So, they have the common ratio. And that is why they are called common ratio. So, next, so we already identified the common ratio, which is negative 1/2. So we already have A sub 1 or the first term, number of terms or n, and the common ratio r. So we can now substitute this given to our formula. A sub n is equal to A sub n is equal to A sub 1 multiplied by r raised to n minus 1. So, A sub n natin, ang n natin is 11, syempre. So, that is A sub 11. A sub 1 natin is negative 40. And then, multiply by our common ratio is negative 1/2. And then, n natin is 11 minus 1. So, if we substitute the given to our formula, ito yung kakalabasan yan. And then, if we perform the operation, so of course, we will follow GEMDAS. So, unahin natin itong exponent. So, 11 minus 1. So, shortcutin na natin. Gawin natin 11 minus 1, yung exponent niya. So, gawin na natin itong 10. para hindi aksayado sa space. And then a sub 11 is equal to negative 40. So negative 1/2 raised to 10 is equal to so ang exponent pala natin ay positive, ay even number, so it will become positive. So 1 over 1024. So ayan, negative 1/2 ni-raise natin sa 10, so naging 1 over 1024 na siya. Next, a sub 11 is equal to, so if we multiply negative 40 by 1 over 1024, the final answer is negative 5 over 128. So this will be our 11th term, or a sub 11. So that is how to find the nth term of a given geometric sequence. Next, how to find the geometric means. So kung meron tayong arithmetic means, so meron din tayong tinatawag na geometric means. So for geometric means, these are the terms between the first and the last term, or between the given terms kung meron pang kasunod yun. So we already identified geometric sequence. We already compared geometric sequence to arithmetic sequence. And then we find the nth term given a particular geometric sequence. Now, geometric means. How to compute geometric means? Let's have an example. So for geometric means, we will also use this formula. So for example, we have to find the three geometric means between 32 and 1 over 8. So, based dito sa ating instruction, we have to find three geometric means between 32 and 1/8. So, between 32 and 1/8 means our first term is 32.
Ring.
And our last term
Ring.
is or a sub n is 1/8. And then we have to insert three terms between 32 and 1/8. And then those three terms are called our geometric means. So we can draw an illustration like this. So ito yung tinatawag nating three geometric means between two given terms. So 32 and 1/8. So it means how many terms all in all. So we have a number of terms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 number of terms. So ito ngayon yung given natin. So if we substitute these givens to the formula, ano ngayon ang missing? Yung common ratio or yung R. So ayun kasi yung gagawin natin para i-multiply natin yung common ratio sa first term, and then multiply again the common ratio to the second term, and then to the third term, hanggang umabot tayo sa 1/8, which is the fifth term. So again, we will use this formula. A sub n is equal to A sub 1 r raised to n minus 1. So ang A sub n natin or A sub 5 is 1 over 8. Then ang A sub 1 natin is 32 multiply by r n minus 1. So diretsuhin na natin. Ang n natin is 5 and then minus 1, 4. So raised to 4. First, so kapag kumukuha tayo ng value ng isang variable, commonly x, pero dito ang hinahanap natin is r. So ang ginagawa natin, we have to isolate that variable. So paano natin nag-isolate? So in this example, meron siyang katabi na 32 at meron siyang exponent na 4. So una natin gawin, tanggalin natin si 32. So we have to divide each side by the coefficient of the variable r. So 32. So kung ano yung katabi ni variable, i-divide natin siya doon para makancel siya. At matitira na lang ay si r raised to 4. Pero sa kabilang side, we have to perform 1/8 divided by 32. And that is 1 over 256. 1 over 256. So yan. Next. So natanggal na natin yung coefficient ng r which is 32. So ang tatanggalin naman natin is yung exponent na 4. So kung sa r square, matatanggal siya by square root. Dito sa r raised to 4, dito sa r raised to 4, para mawala siya, so 1 over 256 is equal to r raised to 4. So ito yan, if we perform 1/8 over 32, so that is 1 over 256. So ngayon, para matanggal si exponent na 4, kunin natin yung 4th root niya. So sa square root kasi meron talaga siyang 2. Kaya siya tinawag na square root. Pero since 2 siya, hindi na natin inilalagay. And then kapag cube root, 3. And then kapag 4th root, 4. So depende sa exponent. So dito ang gagamitin natin ay 4th root. Kasi ang exponent niya ay 4. Para makancel si radical sign or si 4th root, saka yung exponent na 4. Yun nga lang, since nag 4th root tayo dito sa right hand side, we have also need to put a 4th root dito sa left hand side. Dito makancel ito, yung 4th root at ang exponent na 4. So dito matitira si 4th root of 1 over 256. And then if we perform 4th root of 1 over 256, that is 1/4. So dito matitira na lang si r kasi na-cancel na. And then 4th root of 1 over 256 is 1/4. So ang common ratio ngayon natin is 1/4. Ngayon, balik tayo dito sa first term, 32. So since we already calculate the value of the common ratio, which is 32, we can now find the geometric means between 32 and 1/8. So we will just multiply 32 by 1/4. So 32 multiplied by 1/4 is 8. And then 8 multiplied by 1/4 is 2. And then 2 multiplied by 1/4 is 1/2. And then if we multiply 1/2 by 1/4, dapat ang kalabasan is yung last term natin, which is 1/8. So if we perform that, ang kakalabasan is 1/8. So ibig sabihin, tama yung sagot natin. So it means the three geometric means between 32 and 1/8 are 8, 2, and 1/2. So that is how to solve geometric means. Ngayon, kung 4 geometric means to between 32 and 1/8, automatic yung number of terms natin magiging 6. Kasi magiging 4 yung nasa gitna dahil 4 geometric means ang hinahanap, and then the first and the last term. Next. Geometric series. Again, we also have arithmetic series for arithmetic sequence. So sa arithmetic sequence, for example, the given arithmetic sequence is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So kinukuha lang natin yung sum nito. So that is 10 plus 8, 18 plus 6, 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 29, 30. So the sum is 30. So that is the arithmetic series for arithmetic sequence. For geometric series, ganun lang rin ang ginagawa natin. Yun nga lang, mas malaki or mas maliit, depende sa given geometric sequence. Kumpara sa arithmetic series, mas mabilis siyang lumaki or mas mabilis na tumaas yung value niya. For example, we have a given geometric sequence. So geometric series is the sum of the given geometric sequence. That's why dito we have to find the sum. So that is geometric series, the sum of the given geometric sequence. So find the sum of a automatic geometric sequence siya. Shortcutin ko na lang dahil maliit ang board. So find the sum of a geometric sequence for which the first term is, so lagyan na lang natin, a sub 1 or first term is equal to 125. And then the last term or a sub n is equal to 1/5. And then the common ratio is equal to 1/5. So we can use or we can choose between two formulas dito sa geometric sequence series. So the first is S sub n is equal to a sub 1 multiply by 1 minus r raised to n all over 1 minus r. Or we can also use s sub n is equal to S sub n is equal to a sub 1 minus a sub n. Tuba naman natin. S sub n is equal to a sub 1 minus a sub n r multiplied by r all over 1 minus r. So, ito yung two options natin sa paghanap ng geometric series or sum of a geometric sequence. So, kung ano yung gagamitin natin dyan, nakadepende sa given. So, dito sa given natin, we have a sub 1 na 125, a sub n na 1/5, and common ratio na 1/5. Kapag ginamit natin itong formula na to, pag sinubstitute natin, S sub n is equal to a sub 1, 125, multiply by 1 minus r, 1/5, raised to n. So, sa instruction natin or sa given natin, hindi natin malalaman kung ano yung value ng n. Tama? So, i-analyze man natin kung sakali man mahirapan tayong makuha yung value ng n. So gagawa pa tayo ng another solution dyan. So it means magkakaroon ng dalawang unknown, yung s sub n at yung mismong n. Kaya hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung first formula. So ang gagamitin natin ay ito, yung second. So if we substitute the given dito sa second formula, that is s sub n is equal to a sub 1 natin is 125 minus a sub n is 1/5 multiply by r natin is 1/5 all over 1 minus 1/5 ulit. So lahat ng variables dito sa second formula nalagyan natin ng value or nakapag-substitute tayo. So ito yung gagamitin natin. And then we just perform the operation, syempre following the rules of PEMDAS. So unahin natin itong may parenthesis or yung multiplication dito sa numerator. So that is 125 minus 1/5 multiplied by 1/5 is 1 over 25. And then all over, if we subtract 1 minus 1/5, that is 4/5. So, ito na tayo ngayon. Next, S sub n. If we subtract 125,
Ring, ring, ring.
If we subtract 1 over 25 by 125, or 125 minus 1 over 25, so you will get 3,124 over 25. And then, over ulit siya. Siyempre, mas mahaba dapat to. So, ito yung numerator natin, fraction. Ang denominator natin is fraction din, which is 4/5. So, using calculator, pwede na nating may solve to. At ang kakalabasan dyan ay 781 over 5. So, since this is an improper fraction, we can transform it to mixed fraction, which is 156 and 1/5. Ngayon, kung medyo manual kayo, so this will be our final answer. So S sub n is equal to 156 and 1/5. Kung medyo manual kayo, 3124 over 25. So gawin nyo lang siyang multiplication, pero dapat nakukuha nyo yung reciprocal ng denominator or ng divisor. So ang reciprocal niya is 5/4. And then you just have to multiply numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator, and then simplify para makuha nyo yung 781 81 over 5. And then, transform it to mixed fraction. Or dito pa lang pwede na. Cancel nyo to, that is 1/5. And then, we can also perform 3, 1, 2, 4. 3, 1, 2, 4 divided by 4. So that is, makacancel to, 781. So 781 multiplied by 1, 781. 5 multiplied by 1 na lang to, dahil na-cancel na siya dito. So that is 5. And then, ayun, transform to mixed fraction, makukuha nyo yung 156 and 1/5. So that is how to solve geometric sequence. So we just have to identify what formula to use based on our given.